One of the dangers of spending a lot of time talking about personal finances is that it can get to seem like life is all about money, and it's not.
It's easy for money to become the focus, the goal in itself. That's like making food the focus of our lives. It's true that we need some money and we need some food, but life shouldn't be about money or food.
So today we're talking about giving away money, getting rid of it, showing our money that we know it isn't the most important thing, and doing something good with it for someone else instead.
We're Stephanie and Mike from SixFiguresUnder.com, where we teach families how to get out of debt and meet their financial goals without becoming money-grubbing Scrooges.
This is day 27 of your 28-day Frugal Fresh Start Challenge. If you're joining us for the first time, this is nearly the end of the challenge. You can find the playlist for the whole series down in the video description below.
So why do we talk about money so much? Money already has an oversized presence in many lives, but many times it's not an especially good presence. When we owe money, that debt causes stress and pain. When we disagree about money, it's a source of friction in our families. When we're worried about not having enough money, it casts a shadow over everything in our lives.
Over the last month, we've worked a lot on one way to change our relationship with money. That is, to use our budget to prioritize the ways we spend money and then meticulously track and manage that spending. This transforms money from a limiting factor in our lives to a useful tool we use with intention to enhance our lives. Another way to change our relationship with money is to give some of it away.
Don't give up on giving in the name of frugality. Being frugal isn't just about spending less money. Frugality is about being intentional with your money. Charitable giving is an intentional use of money that you shouldn't overlook, even when finances are tight. Why should I give when finances are tight? Let's start with the why, since the how is only important once you have a why. Why should you give when you're on a tight budget? Why should you give at all? That may have an intuitive answer for some people and might be a soul-searching question for others. We're not here to judge your conclusions, just to encourage you to ponder and discover your own answers. Here are some common reasons people give, both of their resources and time.
We might give to support causes that matter to us. You've heard the saying, put your money where your mouth is. Well, we can talk all day about things that we say matter to us, but it's when we start doing something about it, like dedicating money and time and other resources, that we show we really mean it.
We might give because we feel like we should. Nearly all religions include a mandate to give to people less fortunate. And there's always someone less fortunate. And completely non-religious people can feel compelled to give even if they don't feel commanded to do it.
We might give because it feels good for us. If you're feeling down and out, one of the best ways to snap out of it is to go help somebody else. You look at your own problems in a new light. You might even be glad that you have your problems and not someone else's. It's kind of magical. Doing good feels good.
We might give because we want to nurture a habit of giving. We're creating habits every day. If you're not giving, then you're strengthening the habit of not giving. It's easy to say, when I make more, or when my debt is paid, or when our house is remodeled, then I'll be generous. Having more money, or less debt, or more time is not going to suddenly make us more generous. We need to cultivate the habit of giving now.
So that takes us to the second question. How can I give when finances are tight? Really, it starts out with you deciding that giving is a priority for you. Just like all our other financial decisions, how we use our money is a reflection of our priorities. If you decide that giving is one of yours, you put money in the budget for giving, just like you would put money in the budget for any other priority. How much money will depend on how large your total budget is. But I think a good rule of thumb is to give enough that it hurts a little. If your giving doesn't pinch, if you don't have to forego something because of it, you might want to think about increasing how much you give.
But it's not just about money. Give up your time and talents. In many cases, time is even more precious than money. If money is tight, and even if it isn't, volunteering is a great way to give. Whether you're giving your time to serve in an organized community project, or you're taking time to help an elderly neighbor repair his home, giving of yourself is a great way to give.
And you can always give of your stuff. Donating things is a great way to be generous when your monetary resources are limited. You can donate to a nonprofit thrift store, or offer what you have to give on FreeCycle or Craigslist. You're not limited to second-hand goods either. You can use your time, your talents, and your stuff to make dinner for a neighbor or make clothes for premature babies or anything like that.
Making room in your budget for giving is not a new financial principle. Philosophers and religious teachers for millennia have taught that giving is an important part of living a full life. Modern books on personal finance nearly always include a section on giving too. We have all been the recipients of so many generous givers that it would seem supremely ungrateful not to be givers ourselves as well.
So this is your day 27 challenge. Take a few minutes and assess what you're already giving. Is your giving a good reflection of your priorities? Are you giving enough that it pinches a little? If you find that some changes are in order, decide how you will work giving into your budget or your schedule and describe your plan for giving in your workbook. Then get on it. Today is the best day to start a great new habit.
And that's it. We'll see you back here tomorrow for the last day of the Frugal Fresh Start Challenge.